We're diving into the world of Alliance Insight and seeing how the new Maliss support actually changes the deck. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So we did some Alliance Insight testing fairly recently, and this is our earliest list for what we could possibly be mustering up. So please do check out our friends tradingcardmint.com down below, enter Uncle 40 and save your purchase. So we are playing triple copies of Dormouse here. Basically, the way that the names are going to be structured, it's going to be to basically make sure that the new Maliss monster, March Hare, kind of gets the most optimized value out of things. So, of course, Dormouse and White Rabbit are still going to be the best ones. So you're going to be playing 3 of each of these just to, get things going with the deck. There's going to be really no change beyond that. We are still doing 2 Chessie Cat. There were some very interesting discussions about trying out more of Chessie Cat. I did see some early lists trying less of this. I don't think playing 1 Chessie Cat is correct. You want to make sure that if you are playing Chessie, that it is going to be here. It's going to be, getting you to that good value. And it is also, an extra banish or draw too, which is insane for the deck. Learned that the hard way out here with Shifter being amazing. So, this is our new card. This is the March Hare. It basically has the ability when it's banished, it's going to pay 300. It's going to add a card with Maliss back to your hand, which is actually insane for the fact. Yeah, literally. And then, of course, during the main phase, it's both players' turns, it's a banish and special. The fact that they actually made this, also, your opponent cannot target link monsters you control with card effects. Is really, really good. They did this deck absolute justice for making the new support with this. So, congratulations. I did not expect to see a level of recursion, an ability of extending, and the ability just to get Maliss stuff rolling this well. Konami literally even impressed me with that. We are playing 1 copy of Dot Scraper. There is a discussion about cutting this for the post environment for Alliance Insight. I think that this card is still really, really good. It will come up in certain points that the card does kind of feel like a brick. It's one of the kind of unfortunate things about it, but I think you do want this card in the deck. There are some builds that were cutting this, which, they were playing the Code of Soul as well, which I don't really think you want to do that. This is by far one of the best broken cards that you could ask for. It's a free extender. It's a free on normal special. Add any Dark Cyvers from deck to hand, and then discard a card, which is nuts for this deck. Like, Konami, what were you doing making this adding Nister support this splashable? Every Maliss player out here, I think you need to be looking at this card for what it does. I did see some early lists in Japan that were just choosing not to play this, which, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that's correct. I think you want this to just be that extender to, keep you doing what you need to do. And then we have this. This is the other amazing extender that we got. So this lets you target 1 in your graveyard, special summon back your proper wording is, if you control Cyvers monster specials from the extra deck, you can target a Dark Cyvers in your graveyard, special summon both this card and that monster in defense mode, and you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except for Cyvers. And we banish this card from the field or graveyard to change target 1 monster your opponent controls, changes battle position. So, freeing back a name from the graveyard so you can continue up with your plays after your opponent has outed most of your Maliss cards is really, really stupid. So, once again, this adding Nister stuff coming in really, really clutch for the new deck. These are the most insane cards in the deck, honestly. So, we are doing triple Bystial. The major thing with this is it bumps the name out of the graveyard, puts the form of disruption on the field, gives you the ability to basically answer opposing light or dark decks, and it just does so much. So triple Druid's Worm, 1 copy of the Magna Hut for searchability, and then we are going with the 1 Baldrake. Do not underestimate how good Baldrake is in these decks. Being able to have the pop, or the answer to the special summon, tends to be very, very powerful. And then, of course, we do some of your standard hand trap shenanigans. We are doing triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. This card doesn't feel as impactful post this meta, but this is something you need to consider, I feel like. We are doing triple shifter here. Now, this is an interesting discussion. So if Maliss truly becomes the best deck post Alliance Insight, then you choose to cut the shifter. Because you don't want mirror matches, just getting the free toggle through and building up the big boards. This deck has an amazing time at making these huge fields and punishing your opponent with it. We can now play through shifter, no problem. Even I think underneath Lancia, this deck can now OTK so much easier, and that's a little bit of a problem right now. So the shifter debate will be, depending on how good this deck becomes, if you still choose to approach playing this or not. And then, of course, this build was playing 2 Nibiru. I think Nib is good. A few people are like, well, Nibiru for Maliss isn't exactly the greatest thing, but still hitting their board and kind of choking them out, depending on how much more gas that they have to be able to set up, then that's kind of where you'll have to make your decision trees with where you're going. But I think that this card is correct. There were some builds in the OCG that were testing out Droll and Lockbird. I don't think Droll is correct. 2 Nibs is fine. Your spell cards, we are playing the 1 gold sarcophagus. You have absolutely no reason not to play this card. I feel like if you are, not playing Gold Sark, you're missing out on big opportunities. Now, we did choose to play 2 Signet Mining in here. I understand that we are playing shifter in this deck, and a few people are going to be like, well, there's a miner, what are you doing here? If you draw the Signet with the shifter, you're not going to be able to get the search for this. That doesn't matter. All right, the point is, this is here for those off chances that you need to be able to see it, to play under, depending on how your opponent chokes you out, or things like that. So, very, very important. And then, of course, we have absolutely no reason not to be playing Field Spell. It is the 1 card starter in the deck. It gets the world going out here. We are playing 1 copy of the new spell. This is for Red Ransom to kind of interact with, depending on, how things structure up. Being able to have a handling on a certain card that your opponent might be having is really, really good. We love negates. And then, of course, we are playing 1 of each of your trap cards. These things are just stupid absurd, especially when you can get the inverse rolling and punish the opponent. All right, we've also got triple imperm here as well as our last hand trap. All right, so that's the main extra deck here. So we are playing 1 of your Link Decoder. This never changes. This is an extra body, revives, allows you to continue to play the game, and so forth. We are playing the Link Karibo or Linkaribo. This is your trap protection. Ensures that, you can do some stupid stuff. And also, Link 1 for Cybers. We are playing the Link Spider in here because you're able to convert up a Nibiru token and continue to play the game because it is a Cybers monster, which is hilarious. We are playing the Nightmare Cerberus in here as an IP jump into to answer something. There was an argument for the Nightmare Phoenix, but I think that this is good. We are playing the Splash Mage to get the extra body on the field. There are a lot of times in this deck that you are not even going to need the Splash Mage. Lizard Dose. This gives you the extra extender to keep playing. Sometimes I guess you can manage the draw card if you need to. SP, which also can be a starter if need be. And then, of course, the IP to toggle on into so that you can keep that gas going. And then, of course, your Red Ransom, your White Binder, and your Queen of Hearts. Now, the big Link Force, we are playing 1 copy of Nightmare Griffin. If you can set this up co-linked with the Firewall, you are going to town. It's so stupid. Firewall Dragon now has a deck to actually be able to do something with. This is your Wind Machine right here. This card just blows your opponent out of the water. And of course, this is the new cake here. So this is a Link 5 that literally lets you bring back your 2 girls. So we get back White Binder and Red Ransom. It becomes like 3,300 attack, and it also gives you the ability to targeting Tribute to Lake Monster at points to, and basically negate and banish something the opponent has, which is absurd. This deck did not need that level of interaction, but they gave it to it, and it's kind of impressive actually. So this deck feels very stupid, very, very good. And post-Alliance Insight is going to be a train wreck. So please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Check out our friends, tradingcardmid.com down below. Enter MQ40 and save to purchase. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.